here today in Hutton in Essex, and we've just completed this beautiful Hawksbeck Annex. The main requirements for the client for this project was versatility. They wanted a space that they could really use and really adapt with them. So they've got 4 children. They've all left home, but they often come and stay. They wanted a bar and entertaining space, they wanted a sleeping area, and they wanted a shower room. This was actually a very straightforward build because we had great side access to the property. The garden isn't that long, so it was very easy to connect up all the services and bring all the materials through. So actually construction was very straightforward, and the whole project was done in under 6 weeks. So we actually built this annex under permitted development because we don't have anybody living there full time, but because it's over a certain size and they plan to potentially have people living in it in the future, we applied for and gained building regulations certificate for them. There's so many unique features which we've incorporated with the client. We like to collaborate closely with our clients to bring their vision to life. The bar is probably the most stunning feature, but every accent colour, every feature has been really considered by the client, from the choice of tile to the choice of floor to the light coming into the property. So they were keen to have something that felt very natural and very organic because they've got a lovely lush green garden. So the key was to produce something that had all of that sort of indoor-outdoor feel. So we started with the cladding, which is a beautiful western red Canadian cedar, and then we followed that colour through the palette into the flooring, into the kitchen and into the shower room. I think one of the key features that they wanted was not only an entertaining space but a practical space. So the breakfast bar area it's twofold really. One, it can be for socialising in the evening, making cocktails, but it could also be practical when people are staying and you can make them breakfast or lunch and sit up at the bar. We worked with the clients from day one. They had a very clear vision of what they wanted to achieve in the garden and how the garden room fitted in with that. So they wanted it all about entertaining. So they've got a lovely low maintenance AstroTurf lawn, and then they've got an outside pergola with an entertaining space, and it all kind of fits just perfectly into the garden, and it looks like it's always been there. Our eco credentials go to the heart of what we do at Hawksbeck. So from the structure, which is built in a carbon neutral factory in Scotland, right the way through to the cedar, right the way through to the foundations. Everything we do is with that in mind. So we've got a lot of natural light coming into the property. We've got these lovely big bifold doors, but we've incorporated integrated blinds to give them that privacy element and also a little bit of shade for those really hot summer days. Technology is always key. We always make sure that our garden rooms are fully Wi-Fi fitted. Some clients opt for Wi-Fi controlled everything from the air conditioning to the light switches. Some people prefer traditional light switches, but we offer the full range at Hawksbeck. We've even integrated a pendant light over the bar, which adds a lovely feature. We can do things like neon lights at the back of the bar to really add some personality. So this garden room and layout is very, very popular. It's actually an 8x4 garden annex. So it's got bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and that is probably one of our biggest selling layouts that we currently produce. Everything's fully bespoke, everything's fully customizable, but when you hit on one design that's great, it seems to work time and time again, and this is definitely a key example of that. So on the boundary walls, rather than having something that requires maintenance like cedar, we've actually put a cement board on. It's very, very cost effective to install, and it's very low maintenance going forward. So that's key for us, is have the parts that are on show, make them as lovely as possible, and the parts that aren't on show, make them as practical as possible. So we often get asked what's our favourite project, and I always say it's always the next one. I'm always excited to see what the next client's going to come up with and how we can collaborate with them to bring their journey and their vision to life.